Hi, KAS&CO back here. Season 4 of Game of Thrones review. Hopefully more people watch this than our Season 3 one.
Yeah, we started off strong.
Yeah.
Trailer reaction, and Season 1. Season 2 declined a little bit, but still fine. Season 3, it really did not get any views at all. But, we're doing this out of pride. And I enjoy doing it. It's nice.
Same.
And for the few fans that do watch, But yeah, no, today we're breaking down Season 4, RJ.
Yeah. Best season.
That's my first note. My first bullet point in my little notes I come prepared is the best season of Thrones. This is really full-on Thrones, hits its stride.
Mm-hmm.
It's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Really. And this is the last season where it really follows the story of the books.
Why don't we start it off, as we always do, in King's Landing.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's preparing for Joffrey's wedding to
the purple
Marjorie
wedding.
Tyrell.
Yeah.
The Dornishmen arrive and we're introduced to Oberyn Martell.
Brother, brother.
Yeah, and his bastard girlfriend, Alaria Sand.
So one of the great things about this season is the introduction to Oberyn Martell.
Great character.
Right off the bat, you're like, you like this guy. Because at this point, you hate the Lannisters, and you just saw the Red Wedding.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they were, conspired Tywin. And you see this guy come in who hates Lannisters.
Mm-hmm.
And that scene, when he goes, why? Whole world, it's the Lannisters. And he stabs the guy, Lannister.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
You're like, yes, I like this guy right off the bat. And he's cool, he's collective, he's got the charisma.
Because, he's such an iconic character, and when you watch that season, he's, barely in it, really.
He's in 8 episodes.
Yeah.
And he leaves such an impact on the show, and I think that's a testament to Pedro Pascal and the character.
Guy.
Oberyn, he's awesome.
In King's Landing, Jaime had returned, and him and Cersei, this is kind of when him and Cersei's relationship kind of goes, they kind of split apart.
Yeah, everything changed for Jaime when he lost the hand. And
and he's kind of learning more, he's kind of understanding Cersei, and she's, just going crazy.
He kind of sees her now for what she kind of is.
Yeah. He starts training with Bronn, which was a great addition.
That's a great switch from the Alien Pain. Very boring.
So now Tyrion. He's kind of he tests the waters, and Cersei's gonna get Shae, and he's like, "Listen, go. I'll give you money. Leave." She takes it badly.
Yeah. This has been debated. I think they genuinely both, in a show, at least they both love each other.
Yeah, I think more Tyrion's side.
Yeah, and it's very sad to see what happens. But this whole season's really set up from Joffrey's wedding.
Mm-hmm.
When he
Well, yeah. So let's get into it. So Joffrey is poisoned.
Yeah.
And
big payoff for Thrones fans. Except for Joe Ward.
And this is what's so great about season 4 is it starts off the season with a big moment. They could have easily ended season 3 finale with Joffrey dying, but they didn't, and that was a good move.
Sansa flees, goes with Littlefinger.
With Sir Dantos,
who
takes him out.
Ends up being with Littlefinger. But then everyone immediately blames, Cersei immediately blames Tyrion. Mm-hmm. And they lock him up, and then you go from there.
Yeah, and then, so we get, Jaime is kind of regrouping here in King's Landing. Brienne's there, and he basically, Tywin reforges Ned's sword.
Great. That's the opening to the season. Cold opening.
Yeah.
That was a badass
And he makes 2 swords out of it. He gives one to Joffrey at his wedding day.
Widow's Wail?
Widow's Wail. And then he gives the other one to Jaime, who Jaime gives to Brienne
Oathkeeper.
to go get Sansa. Because
she Catelyn's back.
Yeah, and Jaime's too. He promised to return the Stark Girl. So that's the beginning of Jaime's redemption too.
Yeah,
And then we get into it. Tyrion's on trial.
In my opinion, probably the best speech, maybe the best scene in the entire show.
It's unbelievable.
When Tyrion's like, I should have let you all burn.
Yeah, because
great performance by Peter
It's an amazing scene, and
it really is.
Great performance. It's just very satisfying. He just tells everybody to go screw themselves.
No, because Jaime made it so Tyrion be sent to the wall.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, okay, good. Tyrion won't be executed. And he's like, and then Shae comes in.
Yeah,
and just goes off.
The acting on Peter Dinklage in that when Shae comes over, it's unbelievable. Because by him seeing his face, know who it is before they even show it.
And he's just like, what, F this.
Unbelievable.
I'm just going out. I want trial by combat. And you're like, all right.
So then Oberyn.
Great moment, dude.
It's like, I'll be your champion. I'll kill 2 birds with one stone here.
Back to back, 2 of the best scenes in the entire show.
Yeah. It looks like Oberyn, he's going to challenge the mountain.
Yeah. It brings us to the Mountain and the Viper, which is,
it's a shame.
It's typical George in Game of Thrones to build up a character with hope just to see it fall.
Yeah.
And that's what happens with Oberyn. You know, he really won the fight, but he got cocky.
Yeah.
He was taunting the Mountain, wanting him to admit
that he killed his sister and child.
Yeah, and you know, we get probably the most gory scene in the entire show.
Yeah, when he pops his head off.
Yeah, my stomach literally, the first time I watched it, I literally felt sick. It's a very sad moment. You're like, Tyrion not looking so good for him.
Yeah, so Tyrion's sentenced to death by his dad. Tywin has no choice now. But Jaime comes to the rescue with the help of Varys and frees Tyrion. Yeah. But Tyrion takes matters into his own hands.
Before he flees, he makes one last stop.
Goes upstairs. Who's in Tywin's bed? Shay. Chokes her out.
Very sad moment.
Yep. And then he goes over to the privy. Tywin's taking a doo-doo.
Chamber pot.
Yeah, and he shoots him.
In a crossbow. And even when Tywin dies, he's like, calm, cool. He's like, sit down. We'll go to our chambers. We'll have a talk about this.
Yeah, and then like he gets shot. And he's like, you shot me. And like, yeah. You know, it's a great scene. Basically, that's the bulk of season 4 is that whole King's Landing thing.
And I think, I gotta be honest, I think when Tyrion leaves King's Landing, I think that's when all the King's Landing stuff kind of like starts to go downward in the show.
But yeah, so Sansa fled the wedding.
Yeah.
And with Baelish, and basically Baelish was established before he was going to marry Lysa Arryn.
Yes.
So he takes Sansa with him and marries Lysa. Mm-hmm. And, you know, Sansa is kind of undercover there as Elaine Stone, just to everybody but Lysa. Lysa knows who she is, and, you know, gets a little weird.
Yeah, you know, we knew Lysa was a mental case.
Yeah.
In the very first introduction to her when Robin was sucking on her. He's like 12 years old. And this continues, you know, she screams obsessed. She's obsessed with Littlefinger.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, I just think one of the best scenes of the show, season 4, episode 7, Mockingbird.
Sure.
And then we get a confirmation that, you know, they conspired to start the Lannister
they
Stark
killed
feud.
Jon Arryn on purpose. Yeah.
And when Littlefinger's talking to Lysa Arryn, he's like, I've only loved one woman.
Yeah, and you know it's coming.
Yep. And then he pushes her, and just a shot of him staring over her, unbelievable.
Yeah.
And that,
Yeah. Well, and that all sparked because Baelish kissed Sansa in the garden, and she saw.
Yeah.
Just weird. Call me Peter.
Yeah.
Great line.
Not a lot happens at the Vale, but you know, just the build up like to that moment was
honestly, screw the Vale.
Was unreal. The Vale's not the best.
Not a lot of Stannis this season at Dragonstone.
No, very minimal.
Yeah, Melisandre's magic's working with the leeches. Everyone's friggin' dying. Rob's dead. Joffrey's dead.
Screwed up, man. King's blood.
But basically, the only thing that happens is Stannis and Davos
go to the Iron Bank. Very forgettable.
Yeah, and they get that doesn't happen in the book, does it?
They go to the Iron Bank?
I don't think it does.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they get a little money. They get Salladhor Saan, great guy, back. He's back in business.
Yeah, I like him. He's nice.
But that's really it.
Not really a big Stannis, except in the finale.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Yeah. Then, based on the road,
low key, maybe the best part.
Yeah, this is the great secondary plot with the Hound and Arya.
Probably the two best. Probably the 1-2 best dynamic in the show. Those two guys, such great chemistry, and just loved them going up the countryside, just kicking ass together.
Yeah, and Arya starts to become, you know, the killer.
Yeah.
And, you know, on the way to the Vale, where the Hound expects to get a ransom for Arya from her aunt, they run into Polliver.
Yeah, and you know, this is the guy from season 2 who killed one of her friends and stole Needle. Yeah. And Arya gets her revenge. We start to see her become the killer, like you said, and she gets Needle back. Mm-hmm. You know, great moment. Yeah. Yeah. And then later in the season, they run into Brienne of Tarth. Now,
because Brienne's coming from King's Landing looking for Sansa.
Yeah.
She gets word from Hot Pie at a tavern that Arya's still alive. Yeah. She's like, okay.
I love Hot Pie. Oh, he's dropping big hints, you know, in the show. Yeah. You don't think.
And they run into a great addition to the show, maybe one of the best.
I think this might be like the best. I keep saying this, maybe one of the best scenes in the show, but it really is when the Hound's going, safety, where the fuck is that?
Yeah, I know,
your
really.
Sister's dead in your mind. And at that point, you're like, you know what?
He's got a point.
I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
The Hound's right.
Yeah.
And he's looking out for Arya. He really cares about her.
Because where's Brienne going to bring her?
Safety, where the fuck is that? It's you know what, you're right. And
yeah, like where would she have brought her?
It's a great battle, and you know, that's when you love the Hound, because you know he really cares. Deep down he cares.
Yeah.
But he ends up losing.
And
Arya won't kill him.
Yeah,
she lets him
I think
suffer.
she wants him to suffer. Yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of screwed up.
And it's kind of, you see the Hound vulnerable. He's almost crying, like,
Yeah.
kill me.
Well,
you
yeah,
know?
no, I mean,
And she bails. She gets that coin. Great scene. I'll tell you what, this scene's unbelievable.
the last scene of season
Yeah.
4 when with the guy in the
With
ship.
the guy.
Veladores.
Yeah, and he does the thing.
Oh yeah, no, I did
That's-
this.
Yeah.
Veladores.
Yeah,
No, that's awesome.
unbelievable.
And the last whole people forget this. The very last scene of season 4 is Arya in the ship to Bravos,
yes.
looking over, and
Yeah.
you're like, there's optimism.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's go for season 5. Unfortunately, we know what happens
Yeah,
in season
season 5
5.
pretty dark, you know?
But it's a great like lead in. You're like, all right, great cliffhanger.
Yeah.
She's finally gonna meet up with Dragon.
But then
So.
we kind of go north here. We go to the Dreadfort,
Oof.
where we get Theon, now known as Reek, and,
Very sad to see.
basically just more abuse. And Reek tells Roose Bolton
Kind of screwed up.
about the truth about Bran and Rickon, that he didn't really kill him.
Yeah.
And
Big tidbit.
that's big for Roose, this Stark heir's living. So that's big.
And that's a threat, so they need to get that out. As long as if they want to rule the North, they need to get rid of all the Starks because they'll always be opposed by a Stark.
Yeah, and then Yara makes her
Tries to
failed
save Theon.
attempt.
That was
to
that was
save
actually a
Theon.
cool scene.
That was fine.
Yeah, I'm not a big Greyjoy fan either.
But really, that's all that happens with that plot. Now we go to the Wall, where basically
Great
this
stuff
is
at the
big.
Wall this
So
season.
John had fled the wildlings.
John comes back.
Yeah, John's back at the Wall.
He's getting a lot of hate. He is
From
Alistair and Janos.
wildlings.
like
He
he's-
admits to it.
Yeah, he's an honorable guy, honest guy. He's like, I slept with a wildling woman.
Yeah, and Sam moves Gilly over to Molestown. That doesn't work out because the wildlings just take it out.
Can do without
know?
Sam and Gilly.
Yeah, honestly. The Fens and the wildlings team up.
They fuck shit up.
And they go for the Wall.
Yeah.
They're going
Yeah.
for Castle Black.
You get to see Ygritte and Torment.
But before the big battle at Castle Black happens, John goes beyond the Wall and kills the mutineers.
Great.
Yes.
Fuck, that doesn't happen
Epic.
in the book.
Yeah, they just kind of let it slide.
Great. You're like almost another team up with Bran. You got Locke there.
Yeah, Bran's overwatching. Yeah.
You get that guy with the 2 knives. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a great showdown. John reunites with Ghost too.
Yep.
It's all awesome.
Yeah.
He avenges friggin' Gior. And
He does. That's great.
Awesome.
They burn it down.
Great to see.
But John comes back to Castle Black and the battle begins at Castle Black.
One of the
and
best episodes
it's
of the entire series.
Yeah, it's I mean,
Your typical peak episode 9.
huge
the Watchers
battle.
on the Wall.
Might be my favorite battle.
It might be mine too. It's awesome, dude.
Because I love when
so
Alistair's hurt, Janos,
Cowers.
yeah, who told him to go downstairs. Gren
Yeah, Gren.
tells him to go down, and John just takes command.
And that's when you really see
Great.
John.
Lock.
Yeah, Ed.
Yeah.
He takes them.
Hold the gate.
It's just awesome,
Yeah.
man. John kicks ass and
then
very sad
You
moment.
want to get into it? Yeah.
So a lot of people know one of my favorite characters. My number 2 favorite character in the entire show is Ygritte,
Yeah.
only behind Rob. And I gotta be honest, this one hurt more than Ned,
Yep.
and equal to Rob, maybe more than Rob. Mm-hmm. And because I just wanted to see them together, John and Ygritte, just
Yeah. Well, they were.
loving relationship back at it.
Yeah.
And friggin' Ollie messes everything up.
Yeah. Ollie. Terrible.
And when Ygritte's dying in John's arms, and so we should have stayed in that
But
cave.
honestly, John should have been dead too, because the Magnar slams his head against an anvil, and he didn't even lose a tooth.
Well, you need John for the plot.
Yeah.
It helps to be a main character.
Yeah, but that's
few
really it. So the battle,
stuff.
they hold him that night, but obviously they just.
And
got more
John
men,
knows
they're
he
gonna come.
needs to go talk
John's
to Mance.
like, they're gonna come back again, and we're gonna lose. So he goes beyond the wall with Mance, no weapon, and he's like, Mance, let's work something out here.
But then Stannis and
Dude, great scene.
Stannis comes in, the burning heart.
and then you get it's kind of dusty.
Yeah, and he comes out with Davos.
Yeah, and then the theme
That's
starts
awesome.
playing,
And
he
then that
comes
sets
out.
up season 5, which is one of the few things I love about season 5 is the wall with Stannis.
Yeah, but yeah, Stannis is now at the wall, comes to the rescue.
Mm-hmm.
Then basically Bran, this is the last time we see him till, because we don't see him in 5.
No, he doesn't appear in 5, but Bran's kind of cool in this season because he finally makes it to the 3-eyed raven. It's kind of cool, and he's like, "Oh, you're gonna help me walk in?" He's like, "No,
No,
you'll
you're
never
gonna fly."
walk, but you will fly."
And friggin'
Jojen.
Jojen dies in the process.
We talk-
Danny back in Marine across the Narrow.
Yeah. Okay.
I
What was
don't know what else to say.
When she
She
gets
literally takes Marine, And then at the end, she finds out about Jorah being and she locks up the dragons because Drogon's been like killing babies. What's your favorite episode of the season, Matt?
This is very hard.
Yeah, I got about 4 contenders.
You know,
five,
episodes 6 through 10. I think you can pick any of those. Each have their own.
Yeah.
For me, it's really between 6 and 9. I'm gonna go in episode 9. I love the Watchers on the Wall. It's maybe my favorite battle scene of the entire show. Either that or Spoils of War, probably.
Just to change it up, I'm gonna go Laws of Gods and Men for my favorite episode. Just the speech alone makes that episode.
Yeah.
That's season 4 in a nutshell.
Awesome.
A lot of stuff goes down. A lot of great stuff. Best season.
Yeah,
And then this
I think
stuff
it's the
really
best
we
season.
start getting into some differentiations from the book in the next following season. So,
so.
Season 4, put that one in the books, guys.
Hopefully this one gets more views.
Yeah. And we'll come back at you with some more Stuff Lover predictions video coming soon, guys. All right.